Hello and welcome back to my channel for another exciting episode of the Skull and Bones. Today we are diving into the world of the Piece of 8. Specifically, we are focusing on the most efficient way to collect Piece of 8s, especially after Ubisoft's recent patch. This patch has made significant changes. It slowed down the production of Piece of 8, raised the cost of the upgrades, and eliminated the ability to boost wagers through the manufacturers. In this episode, I will guide you through the best practices to climb the Piece of 8 leaderboards. I will also share insights on the optimal ship builds for rapid collections and discuss how to successfully engage the Piece of 8 wager solo using friendly wager servers to avoid enemy attacks. So let's get started and navigate these new challenges together. Upgrade specific factories. So let's start what factories you should consider upgrading first. If you check your HELM production map, you will notice that each manufactory is connected by 0 to 11 trading path shows as the dotted lines. These paths are the key to your Piece of 8 production and profit bonuses. To optimize your Piece of 8 yield, prioritize upgrading factories with the most trading routes as they expedite Piece of 8 productions. I suggest starting with the factories that have maximum connections beginning along the coast of Africa. In my gameplay, you see that I first upgraded those with the 3 or more routes, leaving the others for later. It's crucial also to upgrade factories at both ends of each trading route to maximize their performance. There are a couple of standout factories worth mentioning. First, unlock the Hirafu manufactory in the coast of Africa. It boasts 11 routes offering the fastest and the best performance. Next, focus on the Port du Mines and the Fort de la Baie, each with the 7 trading connections. These strategic upgrades will significantly boost your trading efficiency and Piece of 8 gain. Focus on level 10 upgrades. When it comes to the upgrading your factories, my advice is to concentrate on getting a few factories to level 10 before evenly upgrading all of others. The reason is straightforward. Managing your Piece of 8 can become tedious over the time, and you might start to feel overwhelmed. Instead of tending over 10 factories daily, each yielding about 1000 Piece of 8 because they all around level 5, consider focusing on fewer factories. By doing this, you can reduce your daily collections to 5 locations, where the other 5 can be checked every few days once they reach their maximum capacity because their level 10 is very slow. Also, remember that funding manufacturers can be costly, requiring you to farm silver intermittently. Having a few level 10 factories rather than all level 5 give you a breathing room to accumulate more silver. Optimal route for efficient collection. As you embark on your collection journey, it's crucial to choose the most efficient path. What is my advice? Focus on avoiding paths that require navigating through narrow channels. It's generally not worth the extra time and effort. I usually follow the path shown on the screen, starting at the bottom. You'll see that my preferred route spans from the coast of Africa to the Red Isle, but I skip a few factories on the left side, because the route there is quite narrow and it slows down the overall collections. An important note here, not every factory along this path needs to be at level 10. Some have limited trading routes, so keeping them at level 1 or up to 5 can be strategic. This route might be just the shortest and fastest way to collect all factories. With the right ship build, I've managed to complete this route under an hour. There are 36 factories on this route, and considering they fully upgraded to level 10 and you do a wager, you get around 300,000 Piece of 8 within an hour. Use the fastest ship build. To maximize efficiency and minimize interruptions from rogue ships while carrying Piece of 8, it's vital to use the ship build that optimizes for speed. I highly recommend the Brigantine equipped with the following furniture: rope locker, balanced mast, leather rope grips, lightened mast, and maintenance forge. This setup ensures that your ship has the fastest response time, sails at the maximum speed, and conserves stamina effectively. Regarding armaments, there is no need to focus heavily on weapons. Your ship's speed and agility will mostly keep you out of combat. But be aware, though, that as of April of 2024, you can't collect Piece of 8 from forts while engaging the combat mode. Therefore, occasionally you might find yourself in the skirmish. As for meals, I would recommend safe camping food that aids in reduced stamina consumptions during your voyages. Plan your HELM Wager. With Ubisoft's recent changes, the dynamics of the HELM Wager has shifted. Now, the wager only activates when collecting from factories that have completed Piece of 8 production and are at full storage. This means if a factory is still in the progress of the producing Piece of 8, the HELM Wager won't trigger there. To adapt to this change, I would recommend maintaining several low-level factories without upgrades. This strategy allows you to get high chances to trigger the wager more frequently without waiting for the full production cycle of level 10 factory. Keep in mind that wager only has 15% chance triggering, so patience is a key. I've experienced several instances where I've collected Piece of 8 from every factory on Red Isle and still without triggering a single wager. Get on the safe HELM Wager server. Engaging in HELM Wager can be risky, especially if you're in the early stages of the Piece of 8 collections. It's frustrating to spend hours gathering a few thousand Piece of 8 only to lose them to the tip-tier PvP ships equipped with the endgame gear. The solution? Avoid random servers and opt for the safe HELM Wager servers. Many content creators and streamers populate these servers, creating a friendly environment where players can participate in HELM Wagers without the threat of being attacked. For access to these safe wager servers, check the video description for a link to our dedicated Discord. Join us there for a worry-free wager experience where you can focus on enjoying the game without the fear of losing your hard-earned Piece of 8s. Prioritize HELM upgrades. Once you successfully gathered your Piece of 8s, hopefully through a friendly wager, which is double your earnings, it's crucial to strategize how you spend them. I recommend allocating at least 50% of your Piece of 8 towards HELM upgrades. Focus on two main categories: Red Isle or Coast Africa connection upgrade cards. These are vitals for boosting manufacturing profits in their respective regions. Empire Management upgrades card. These are essential for enhancing the performance of your trading crowds. It's advisable to hold off on other upgrades until you have the excess of Piece of 8. By prioritizing these specific upgrades, you will significantly increase the efficiency of your manufactories and maximize your Piece of 8 profits. Silver farming strategies. Once you've done a few Piece of 8 runs and upgraded some factories to level 10, you will find that funding a single level 10 factory requires about 50,000 silver. This can be costly depending on your game progressions. Therefore, it is essential to dedicate time to farming silver. The fastest way to accumulate silver is by securing HELM contracts and the supply network. Prioritize liaison contracts. They are key to acquiring materials for your distillery and laboratory. These contracts typically yield around 300 resources if you choose to sink the HELM ships instead of trading. Remember, contracts refresh every 2 hours. In the interim, if you're part of a team, tackle Fort Plunder. Forts can yield about 400 to 600 resources, but are challenging and time-consuming. After collecting materials, focus on running your distillery and laboratory production. Then sell rum and BLO to Scarlock and Rahma. Don't forget to upgrade your HELM Smuggler Operations card to at least level 7 and 15. This unlocks refined products that sells for 250 silver per item. With this strategy you can easily accumulate around 200 silver during a few casual hours of evening play. And that's it for today. I would be interested to hear your experience with Piece of 8 collections in the comment sections. And don't forget to join our friendly wager Discord server if you want to maximize your Piece of 8 collections without anyone challenging you. Happy sailing and until next time, bye!